no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time, be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork, fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
That opening drive set. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Waiting. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Target.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills, and he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here's Carson, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Now Wentz, and down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. On third and long, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After the loss, here's second and 12 from the 18. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And a catch good, it's Eifert. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
And on the stop, DeMonte Casey. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end, Tyler Eifert, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyler Eifert, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Crunch down, defense. Twist on, travel. Smoke.
Throwing on second and 8. Wentz going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Seth DeValve, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 14-7. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go. Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Cousins. And the catch made by Hilton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Here we go, D. Double time.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Cousins now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Cousins letting one go deep for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
This is Carson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throwing is Wentz. He gets it to Humphreys.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he's got a noon one. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 30.
A first down carry here for Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Check. Man 5-7. He's crashing. Least 5-2. Least 5-2.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ram. Slam.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
74. 54. Go. Check. Ram.
To throw, it's Wentz. Anuno's got it, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
36-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
Sunday.
Shotgun now for Wentz. They complete it to Hill. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Tighten down. There you go. Great 15. Hey, Charlie.
Now Wentz. They'll get that to DeVal, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Wentz going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Brings up third and 5.
Shorty. Shift. Blue draw Corker.
Draw play. This is Carson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the three is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the three is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Let's go.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He spins free, fighting through. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this one,
and down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
180! What we got? Hey, kill. Mike! Hey, exit!
From the gun, it's Wentz. It's caught. Humphreys. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz now on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Wentz now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And an alley to run. There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gould with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
That's what I do.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns' drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And going deep for Hill into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now the rookie's free. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 30 on second down, Wentz, and going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Wentz now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. They run the counter. Carson, and 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From the 45 on second down, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw is Wentz. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Got his man, it's Eifert. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. To throw is Cousins. And Eifert has it. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. It's caught by Aguilar. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Cousins now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Cousins the thrower. And a pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the catch good, it's Eifert. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos push further out in front. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Cousins. It's complete. It's Miller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Cousins now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And the catch made by Hilton. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 37 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now wins. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wentz. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 40. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. First down, here's Cousins. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Hey, rip 5-2, on here. 54. Bravo. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
This 5-7. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
On play action, it's Wentz. That one complete to Hill. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kendall Beckwith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Wentz. And he's gonna go down again. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, Echo.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
5-9, 5-9. Ringer, guys. Hey, orbit. Know your job.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. Because, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out. But for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins here to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Here's Cousins. And he's got Miller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. A first down throw for Cousins. He's got it to Hilton. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Cousins now. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys